Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Diamond Duos podcast. My name is Dad Gaming Dad 25. This is my boy Josh 2K.
What's good?
We're ready to bring you guys the first episode of the Diamond Duos podcast for 2K. If you watched the last episode, we did mention we were making a little transition to the game we both came to love throughout our life. So this is gonna be the first episode of us recapping the first week of 2K and our initial thoughts. So before we get started, we're gonna, as always, do our game of this or that. I'm gonna be leading it this week, and the category I chose is going to be fan favorite 2K cards from last year. So I somewhat did this chronologically, but not fully. Your first card is gonna be Trophy Case Russ. Okay.
Okay.
Did you use Trophy Case Russ?
Oh, I used him for a while.
All right. So Trophy Case Russ or Pink Diamond Ricky Davis.
Man, you coming in swinging. All right, yeah, I'm going Ricky. I love that Ricky card.
Okay. So Ricky Davis or Opal Ejin Liam.
Ricky Davis.
This is gonna be the deal breaker right here. Ricky Davis or Dark Matter Dr. J.
Funny story, I never got him, so I'm going Ricky.
Man, he was.
I never got him.
Changing for real. Okay, so we'll stick with Ricky. Ricky Davis, or not sure if you got him, Galactic KG.
I never got him, but I wanted him. I was banned when he came out, so
yeah,
that put me behind the 8-ball. So I'm gonna go Ricky.
All right, Ricky Davis or Opal Bob Netherlicky.
No, Ricky.
And that was the last one. I do have some honorable mentions I didn't want to add to the list because I was sure you weren't going to pick them. Amethyst Bol ran the game for me at the beginning of the year.
He was solid. He was nasty.
Diamond Chet Holmgren also ran the game at the beginning of the year for me. They were my 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And Diamond Spreewell. Those are my favorites.
That Spreewell was hard. I love that card, man.
Anytime I talk about Spreewell, I feel like nobody likes him. So
I love that card. That was a fun card to use.
So that was this or that. My boy's rocking with Ricky Davis. I can't be mad at him.
All right.
I didn't want to put those super obvious guys on there like the Tim Thomas, the Yao Ming, because that just makes the game stupid. So I picked some actual legit fan favorites, and so that's what we're rocking with. So before we get started,
those are the two cards that got me banned last year. Sorry to cut you off, but those are the two cards that got me banned. Those are what put me over the top.
So Tim Thomas was actually the one that made me join the dark market. I was like,
same.
You know who 2K Steez is, right? He came to me with an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Offer that I just couldn't turn down.
I was like, man, Tim Thomas for like $30. I was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Some of those prices, they were too tempting to pass up on.
And then I started just buying MT to just pull packs. I wasn't even buying the cards, just to like fucking have stream content.
You're a fiend. You're a fiend.
All right, so before we start talking about the topics, I need a rating from you, 1 to 10, on how good you think 2K is as a whole right now. I know you play Rec, my team. As a whole, how much are you enjoying it?
I think it's going to be a unpopular opinion, but I would give it like a 9.5. I'm having a blast. I know there's definitely some things wrong with the game. I'm not saying it's a perfect game, but as far as from a fun perspective, for me, I'm having a blast. I haven't run into any bans from quitting games. I haven't run into anybody zenning on me. I haven't run into anything crazy. Just been having fun with my friends, grinding some my team. I like that they added a bunch of cards to the agenda so I can get cards for free. I mean, they're not the best cards, but they're cards.
They're playable.
So, yeah, what was your feeling on it?
So, before I give this rating, because it's going to sound kind of harsh, let me preface this by saying, like, 5 being, like, average, right? So, 5 is, like, a game that, like, yeah, I guess if my friends want to play it, I'll play it. I'm giving it, like, a 7.5. So, don't take that as a bad rating. I enjoy the game. I load up the game on my own accord. I enjoy playing it. I'm enjoying most of the game modes. I'm enjoying the content they're dropping. I played a little bit of Rec the other day and I actually enjoyed it. But
wow,
I'm still a little nervous of what to come, and that's what's kind of holding my rating back. And for me, like a 9 would be something that like I'm addicted to playing. Like I'm at work, like can't get home and wait to play 2K, and I don't think it's quite there. I'm playing it because it's the hot game now and I'm enjoying it, but it's not something I'm like absolutely in love with. But I think it has potential in the next couple weeks to show me something that could make me fall in love.
Yeah, I am in that point where I'm, it's early on, but I'm addicted. All I want to do is grind the game, and I can't. It's what's tearing me apart is I want to grind wreck because my dude's not quite where he needs to be, and I got to get badges and stuff. But I'm also trying to do my team at the same time, and it's hard to grind both at the same time. It really is. Because you're gonna fall behind on one of them.
The approach I'm taking with my career player is the badges. I feel like are very hard to grind right now, anyways. So I feel like I put my VC into my player. I got him to 85 overall, and I'm just gonna grind them in park. Because you start with all bronze badges anyways. If you finish the season pass, you get 1 gold setter and 1 silver setter. So you get 1 gold badge of your choice, 1 silver badge of your choice. And I'm just gonna grind them in park, man. I'm not gonna stress myself trying to play career to grind these badges, especially seeing how slow the progression goes. I'm just gonna go in there and roll with the punches and see what I can do with these bronze badges.
I knew it was gonna be a struggle this year because my first game on the wreck, very first game, I got 10 steals. Didn't even get halfway to a bronze badge. I was like, oh, we're in for a doozy. I was like, 10 steals doesn't give me half a badge?
And I'm actually enjoying playing Rec. And here's the story. You know the level 40 glitch, right?
The current gen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully not get myself banned by saying this, because I don't think that's bannable. People making videos about it and shit. I don't think it's bannable. I was playing that on current gen with my 60 overall center, averaging like 20 boards a game. And I was like, I'm actually kind of enjoying this. Even with a 60 overall player, I got like maybe 6 points a game, 20 rebounds. And I'm like, damn, I'm kind of like that. Like, facing his 90 overall center, boxing them out, getting boards.
Hey.
So I might have to, try out the reg game for sure.
Reg that's all I play. It's all I play outside of my team. Me and my friends will run reg. I maybe a nice little small forward build, He gets into it, I don't have him maxed out to an 85. I only have him at a 79. And once I get a little bit of VC, we'll be cooking. But right now we're balling.
Did you get through the battle pass yet?
I am a level 26.
I'm telling you,
so not quite.
Battle pass got me so much MT and so much VC by the time I finished it.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna look real quick because I know I got some VC coming up soon. Let's see. Please. I still got over 22,000 VC to get from along the way.
Yeah,
that'll get me somewhere. That'll get me somewhere.
If
So
you're at like level 20, you said 22?
26.
26. That's only 3 rec games on current gen. No cap.
For real?
I was at level 21 and I played 4 rec games. I got 5 levels per game, bro. With double XP tokens.
That's insane, man.
So I got.
I'm gonna have to download some current gen.
And that's what I did. I literally called my wife while I was at work, and I was like, "Hey, let me walk you through how to download this game for me," because we all know next gen took 5 hours for me to fucking download it. So
and that took you forever.
but I figured out how. Okay, so this is a story for off the podcast. But I fixed it. So,
all right.
But so I'm not gonna get too much into that. But yeah, the glitch works super quick. I got all the levels, and literally I'm just grinding for Brandon Roy at this point.
Oh, you going for him?
I have to, but I realize the grind isn't as bad as it seems.
You're tripping.
Well, okay, hear me out. Me very casually playing this past. What's it been out? 10 days? Has it even been out 10 days? 8? Me very
8 days?
casually playing for these last 8 days. I'm talking maybe 2 hours a day, and that's not even like focusing strictly on my team. I'm already done with Clutch Time Online already.
You're way ahead.
I'm 10 games into Triple Threat offline. 6 games into Unlimited. So like I'm like I'm not gonna be one of the first people to get them, But considering we got like 37 days left in the season, like I'm thinking I'm on pace.
Yeah, I'm looking. I haven't played a single game co-op. I only play one game of limited. Only have 10 wins of triple threat online. 1 win in clutch time online. I'm almost to Brimberry for salary cap. I've only played 12 clutch time offline games, and I've only won 21 triple threat offline games. So I got a ways to go.
The only reason I went with clutch time online first was because Bruce Bowen. I love the Amethyst Bruce Bowen last year.
Is he nice?
I haven't got him yet. Almost there. But
okay.
Then it's like, he's just my kind of player. 3 and D. You're going to lock up. You're going to hit some jump shots. But then I went and got, I bought, the only card I bought all year was Ruby Iggy when he was on sale. And then I pulled freaking Scotty. So I'm like, now I kind of don't really have room for him.
You're a mother.
Bro,
you were supposed to play the 2 though.
But then I got Desmond Bain and
Cobes.
Nah, not Cole. Joe Dumars.
I run Dumars as my start. He's my starting point guard.
But at point guard, now I got Kyrie.
You probably got a crazy squad, dude.
I got Kyrie and Jay Will. I pulled Jay Will.
You ripping, huh?
I'm not though. Okay, that's the crazy thing. Shouts out to 2K. I don't know if they raised these odds on these deluxe packs. I pulled Scotty and Jason Williams from the free deluxe packs from the Spotlight Challenges. Like my 2 best players on my team besides Kyrie. You really can't you can't make this shit up, man.
Yeah, I have not got a single amethyst pull this year. I haven't been ripping though. I haven't ripped enough. I need to rip some more.
All right, so we'll do a quick lineup check. So on my end, I got Diamond Kyrie starting at point, Desmond Bain starting at the 2, Scotty starting at the 3, Ruby Lamar Odom starting at the 4, and then Jack Sigma starting at the 5. My backup point is Jason Williams, Amy. My backup 2 is Joe Dumars. My backup 3 is Iggy. My backup 4 is who's my backup 4? Giannis. And then my backup 5 is the Vlade Divac. That is a dynamic duo with Jason Williams.
Oh yeah, with Jason. Jason Williams. Now, was that the Ruby Giannis or is that current series
Ruby
Giannis? Okay, yeah, you got a squad. Okay.
All no money spent besides the VC you get from playing the game and the pre-order.
All my pre-order VC went into my player. That's why I haven't been ripping. So my squad is, it's okay. I got Joe Dumars at the 1, Ruby Kobe at the 2, Ruby Cam Whitmore at the 3, Ruby Giannis at the 4, and Ruby Jabari Smith Jr. at the 5. And then the bench, I got Ruby Darius Garland, point guard, Ruby Desmond Bain, the shooting guard, Ruby Iguodala at the small forward, Ruby Paolo at the power forward, and Ruby Miles Turner as my backup center.
And I think it's really good that we have full teams for the most part Rubies and up, and that's like the second. It's the second best tier you can get. Like there's a couple of diamond cards in the game, but I'm not counting diamonds. And most of the Rubies are on par with the amethyst cards for the most part, so it's making it very easy to compete. We'll get into the no money spent debate later, but I just want to give a quick shout out before we move forward. The person you just retweeted was Kevin Cruz. Is that his name?
Yeah, Kevin.
Shouts out to Kevin Cruz. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. We'll leave a link somewhere in the description because that video he posted looks amazing. I'm having the most issues dribbling, and he looks like he's about to put me on game something fierce. So be sure to check that out if you're having any issues dribbling. That's gonna be the guy for you.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to learn how to dribble a little bit, just a little bit, and let me tell you, that takes your game from here to here. Just knowing how to dribble just a little bit.
I got like 2 good moves, and if you stop those 2 moves, you stop me.
Cook.
I got the what's it called, the one where you throw the ball ahead of you. Well, that one. With Kyrie, that shit's vicious. I do it from like the free throw line on the opposite side, and it gives you like a little bit of a speed boost. And I just run around the player. That works. And then Jason Williams has a crazy behind the back, the moving behind the back. Yeah. But besides those, once you start reading those, I'm cooked.
Okay.
I want to briefly talk about the $1 million tournament. They're dropping for Play Now game modes. And And this was one of the first moments on 2K where I was like, are they fucking up this early? Because I know you saw what Ty Debo and Splash were saying, right?
Yep.
And I don't know if it was a issue on 2K's end or the company running the tournament. I think it's called 1UP. That's the company, I think.
Yep.
But the players who were banned from the tournament last year were banned from this tournament this year. And immediately they fixed it. But the fact that was even in place in the first place left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, I just made me think, like, bro, we're doing so good this year. Like,
that would have been a major fumble if they did that.
Because I was one of the guys last year who got banned and like was cool with it. Like, I was okay, you know, I got banned, I fucked up, I'll eat that. And then even like Ty Debo was the same way. I got banned, I knew what I was doing was wrong, okay, whatever. But when they got banned from the 250K, that's when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And just for a brief second to make it like they weren't gonna be able to play in this one, it was just like, dude, like, it's just the same shitty company. It's just same shit, different year.
Yeah, I saw that. I was, I didn't freak out because I thought it was a mistake and I thought they'd fix it, and they did. So, kudos to them. I don't know if there was a hang up and that's why it happened, or if they had a change of heart. I don't know what happened. I just feel really bad for your Play Now Online people, because all the sweats from the rec, the ante-up, my team, they're gonna go in there just, trying to have a good time, play the game, those people are the ones playing no money spent, just casually, and now you're gonna have all the sweats coming out of the woodworks, popping them by 50, and they're gonna be
kind of the messed
pissed.
up part. That's kind of the messed up part too, is if they did a Pro-Am tournament and they did a My Team tournament and they did the Play Now tournament, Play Now, no matter what, out of all those game modes, they're gonna have to deal with that, because Pro-Am, there's a learning curve and you have to invest money in it, and you have to invest time in grinding a build. My Team, a learning curve, you have to invest the time to grind a team or pay for a team. So even like with those game modes, you can't just be like, okay, fuck it, I'm joining the tournament. With Play Now, there's no prerequisites. It's just like the Ty Debos, the Splashes. I don't know none of the Pro-Am guys, but I'm sure there's some crazy nice Pro-Am guys that are about to come in, and these Play Now guys think it's shit sweet. It's gonna be a fucked up day, man.
It's gonna be a rough day for them, rough couple weeks, but hey,
and I wonder,
that's how you get better.
I wonder if they know the storm is coming. Like, I wonder.
They
if these
probably
guys
don't, because those are probably the ones that don't. They don't be on Twitter checking for 2K updates. They have like, no idea. They're gonna be like, "Damn, this guy's nice." And then the next game, "Damn, this guy's nice." It's just gonna be ass whooping after ass whooping.
Come from?
Yeah, they're gonna be. It's gonna be a rough couple weeks.
But so
They'll get
I
over it.
genuinely think 2K made the conscious choice to ban Ty Debo and them from the tournament this year. But at the same time, because think about it, if it wasn't a conscious choice, everybody who got banned last year would be banned from this tournament. If it was like some glitch in the system or something where like it was just carried over, everybody would be banned. Because
I think they were.
Year,
I think Ty and Splash were the most vocal about it.
No,
I think
Debo,
it wasn't everybody who got banned was banned from this year. It was only if you got banned and qualified for the tournament.
Yeah. But remember last year they made it clear that even if you play in the qualifying tournament and you've been banned, you're not going to be able to play in the tournament.
That killed me.
If it was an issue with like the coding or some system they had in place, anybody who got banned last year wouldn't have been able to sign up for this tournament this year. So I think it was a conscious choice, but they had to know the backlash that was coming. They had to have known. So why even do it in the first place? That's just my opinion on it.
Maybe they like to, test the boundaries, see what they can and can't get away with. They like to be a little shit disturber sometimes. They like to instigate. They know, hey man, all publicity is good publicity in some eyes.
And I don't know, because a guy like Splash, he's liable to just stop playing the game. Ty Debo, like, I like Ty Debo a lot, but I think he's more invested in the game.
I think he really enjoys the game.
He enjoys the game a lot, not just from a financial standpoint. He's just more invested. Now, granted, of course, his YouTube channel, could he convert to another game? I'm sure he could, but It's his income. It's a game he loves, and he's put up with so much shit. Where I feel like Splash is literally like one more shit show away from just like fucking throwing the game away for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Splash. I'll never talk to him, but I feel like Splash is one of those people who likes it because he's really fucking good at it. I feel like even if Ty was trash, he would still play 2K because he just loves the game.
But also, from what I've seen from Splash, he's kind of good at everything he does. Like whatever game he picks up, he kills it at. So it's like, I just think he has less wiggle room to give the game a chance. But at the end of the day, we'll see which one of them wins it. I know Nike has a pretty good chance.
Nike's nice.
Nike's
really
nice, man.
He is
Every
nice.
once in a while, I pop in the streams and he's nice. But you know,
I need to get like that.
It's gonna be like the same names as last year, just playing with like regular ass players. It should be fun to watch though. See who's really got it like that without having like the 99 jump shots.
I'm torn. It's like I want to see new people in there, but at the same time, it's like you keep seeing the same faces. It's like that's how you realize that there's levels to this shit. Every year, you know, it's a little bit different of a game, but it's always the same people at the top. So that's how you realize that, you know, there's really levels to this.
And that's the difference between a game like this and a game like Madden, where like in the early stages of Madden, there was a guy named Problem Right who run like all the tournaments.
Yeah.
But I'd say since like 2013, 2014, every year the MCS tournaments they do, it's like different names every year. 2K, it's just like you see a couple different names, but at the end of the day, Ty Debo and Splash are gonna be there every fucking year.
Yeah, they're so far ahead of the game. So far ahead of the game.
There's levels to it because they just like understand like the gravity, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like the dynamics of the game. Like they understand why a player is moving a certain way. Like, you know, like it's like every little inch of the game. It's insane. I could never. I'm just a casual that pretends to be sweaty sometimes.
Yeah, I sweat sometimes, but you know, I'm liable to get popped from time to time.
And when I pop, I'm gonna quit. And that brings us to the next subject. How do you feel about the bans?
It hasn't happened to me yet, but I hate it. I was playing a salary cap game the other day, and this guy had it. He was popping me. I'm like, I can't quit, otherwise I'm banned. So I just sit there, take the ass whooping. There was nothing I could do. I was getting pissed off. I almost ended the stream. It was rough, but I was like, I don't want to get banned. And then vice versa. I've had a lot of people quit. I don't know if they're getting banned, but I've had a lot of people quit on me lately.
So the bans so far, I've eaten a couple of bans. I'm not gonna lie. So far, they're only 30 minutes.
No, that's
so,
not
like,
bad.
So for me, it's just like if it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm getting my ass whooped, I'm like, fuck it, that's just the end of my night. I'm just gonna turn this shit off and then go to bed. But it's just. I normally, when I play 2K, I don't rage very much. Like, if I'm getting my ass whooped going into the third quarter, I normally just, okay, you got it. On to the next one. But now they're making me rage. Like, literally, I'm sitting here getting my ass spanked for 4 quarters. And by the halfway through the third quarter, I'm just, like, ready to break my fucking controller. And 2K has never got me like that, ever. And
I think they need to implement something.
But also at the same time, it's just like these guys, they're dickheads. Like they troll, they flop, they flash pause, and I'm like, 2K, why are you making me deal with this? Like, just let me leave, please. And I think it pisses me. That's why I've been playing a lot of clutch time also, because like if I'm getting my ass whooped for 5 minutes, it's just 5 minutes of my day. With unlimited, you got to dedicate a whole 30 minutes to getting fucking manhandled by the sweatiest player online right now.
Oh man, this is a topic right here. This is a topic.
And I've always been a fan of like, if I'm blowing you out and you quit, I'm not like, some people will message you like, oh bum. I'm like, thanks. Like,
I want you out of there, man.
Sometimes we saved us both sometimes.
I love cooking people, but if I'm cooking you, get up out of there. We'll both move on with our day. I don't want to sit here and smack somebody by 150 points, because guess what? I just want to play. I want to play a competitive game. It's just, I don't know if it's the competitive nature about it, but I don't want a blowout. If I'm blowing you out, get up out of there. If I'm getting blown out, I want to get up out of there. We're both wasting each other's time at this point.
Exactly. And then my boy Cam Mooney posted on Twitter. Shouts out to Cam. He also posted a screenshot of his salary cap game. He's pretty good at the game. And he said, I didn't want to do this boy like this, but I did it to prove a point. That salary cap should not be like this, and they should be able to quit. 'Cause you know how salary cap mode works, where it's like the second half is like you have to get to a certain score or whatever?
The target score, yeah.
Yeah, so he was blowing the guy out at halftime 45-4. 45-4.
No shitting me.
And the target score was 71. He said, why does this guy have to sit here and take this ass whooping to 71 points? Because there's no way he's getting 67 points. That's out. Like, why can't he just quit?
They got to do either a mercy rule, or once you hit halftime, it's no longer considered bad sportsmanlike.
Well, because Madden, you haven't touched Madden this year, right? So my favorite thing is, I'm really nice at Madden. I'm decent at 2K. I'm really nice at Madden. But if you're blowing someone out, if I'm beating someone by 21 points going into the second quarter,
yeah,
they send the person a message like, hey, nice try. Seems like you guys are in different skill levels. Would you like to concede the game or continue? That's sportsmanship.
Something like that will be perfect.
Yeah.
Something like that would be
perfect. If you're going
perfect.
to halftime and you're down 20 points, send that message like, hey, you put the good try. You guys just are in different skill brackets. If you want to continue, go ahead. Or would you like to just, move on?
They should have, this is going to sound dumb, but hear me out. They should have 3 different quit options. They should have 1 just quit, 1 concede, and 1 friendly quit. Friendly quit, nobody's affected. You just don't have time. You load it up, something came up, you got to go. Friendly quit, no consequences. Concede, you don't take any consequences for quitting. It's basically like, hey, I give up, you got this, the person gets their win. And then a quit, that's what you can call it unsportsmanlike. Something like that.
So will the concede be something that you can only do at the second half? Because then a quit would be because a quit would be like, okay, I see you got a stacked team, I don't want to play. Right? Because if you quit, they don't get their stats, they don't get the win. Whereas a concede would be like, hey, we played, you got it.
They should after the first quarter. Okay. Something like that. I mean, there's probably, it's not a perfect idea, but it's an idea. It's a better system than we have.
I could get behind.
Because even people getting error coded or getting banned, it's like,
yeah, that was happening
what can you do about
to
that?
Me the first 3 days. For some reason, I think the issue with my download speed that I was telling you about that I fixed finally, that might have fixed the issue. But it would always be within the first 30 minutes of me loading into a game. I'll turn the game on. At some point within that first 30 minutes, both in Madden and 2K, I would get an error code. So whether I'm playing online, offline, doesn't matter. I get an error code within that first 30 minutes of playing. After that, it was to be smooth sailing the rest of the night. So the first couple of nights, I would get the error code, come back, 30-minute ban. And I was just like, okay, so because I got kicked from the game, I can no longer play. I think disconnect shouldn't matter at all. Whether it's an error code, you turn your shit off, whatever. Just give the other person the win and let me move on.
That's ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me the player market. Now we've had a week to look at it. How do you feel about it? Is it a WL? You feel neutral?
I'm neutral. I think that, being able to buy a whole set for a set amount for VC is nice. I think that's a really cool addition. I don't like that they started changing the price of people in the tiers. 2K knows which cards are going to be good, and they're gatekeeping them by upping the prices. I liked it, rubies were a flat rate, 70,000. I don't exactly remember what the sapphires are, but if a tier level should be the exact same, let us figure out who's nice. Don't tell us who's nice before we even get to use the cards. Because who was it? I wanted Jason Kidd. That's who I wanted That's who I wanted as my backup point guard. I'm not paying 80+ K for a ruby. I haven't even bought a single ruby at 70K. Why the hell am I gonna pay 15K more now when I was considering not getting them at 70. Now I know I'm not getting them at 84. I better hope I pack them.
Then they're gonna put them in a daily deal for the regular ruby price.
Yeah, for real. And don't even get me started on the daily deals.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
He's 15K. Now you can get him for 14 too. Get out of here, man. What kind of deal is that? It's I've seen good things. I've seen bad things. It's
So my thoughts
They're getting
on
carried
the
away.
player market is I've only bought one card, which is Ruby Iggy. I don't plan on buying too many cards, but I'm withholding my rating for this system until they add diamonds to the market, and then they eventually add pink diamonds to the market, because I want to see when they add these higher cards, is it going to drop everything else down in price? So say like amethyst is what, 140 right now, and say the diamonds come out and the diamonds are like 160, 175, and then the amethyst drop down to like 110, right? Because in relevance, you know, amethysts aren't the best cards you could buy anymore. Diamonds are, but I want diamonds to still stay at about the price of the amethyst cards. Maybe, you know, obviously they're going to raise it a little bit. And same thing with pink diamonds. When pink diamonds come out, I want them to like drop at like maybe 180, 190, maybe even 200, and then lower diamonds down to about 140, lower amethyst down to about 80. You know, if they do it that way, I'll be on board for the most part with the player market thing, because, you know, that'd be like, that's fair. You know, right now amethysts are the best cards you can buy, so it's right for them to be that 140k. Because, you know, if you run into a squad of all amethysts, you're like, shit, they got a good team. That's fair. But if they're 140k all year, then that would be ridiculous. Because if they're 140k all year, by the time pink diamonds come out, pink diamonds is going to be almost 300k, bro, each. And then you still got galaxy opals, you still got dark matters. So I think if like 200k, 250k is like where these cards are going to max out at, that's fair. Because I've grinded, if you include what I paid for Iggy, I paid like 70k for Iggy. I've grinded like 250k worth of MT in 10 days. So if that's going to be how much opal's going to cost, then I think that's okay. Because that means I'm not going to have every opal in the game. But if I can grind 10 days and get one of the best cards in the game, that's fair to me, in my opinion.
Yeah. One of my pet peeves is with these collections, the buy all option. You could have 0 out of 15 or 14 out of 15 from a set. To buy all, the VC price doesn't change. So like, say T-Mac. Yeah, say T-Mac. He goes, you hit square, buy all. 297,000 right now. Buy the whole set. It's going to be the exact same price if you have 0 out of 15 or 14 out of 15. If the only player you're missing is Scottie Pippen, if you hit that buy all option, you got to pay the 297.
That's crazy.
They should adjust it to how many cards you have in there.
I think that's something they could easily fix.
I think so too, but will they? I don't know, because
it's just something they might have just overlooked. And you also know 2K sometimes takes forever fixing the smallest things. So who knows? But
I hope they fix
that's
that.
something they could fix. But what they definitely need to fix is what you can sell these cards for. Because I get the point that you shouldn't be able to rent cards. You know, I get that. Like, you know, I buy a card for 70k, I shouldn't be able to sell it back for 70k. But you should be able to get close to it until they adjust the prices.
They need to cut it in half.
Even in, like, I would
the 60% needs to be 30%.
I was gonna say, if I buy Iggy for 70k and sell him back within 2 weeks or even a week, let's say they change it every week, because he's less relevant a week from now, I should be able to get like 55k of that back, because that defeats the purpose of the game too, in a sense where, like, last year, you know, if I wanted to get who was for the first pink diamonds, like pink diamond Steph, boom, I got pink diamond Steph, cool, he's great. But then when that next pink diamond comes next week, and I'm like, ooh, I kind of want, I'm just throwing the name out there, I kind of want that pink diamond Vince Carter. Okay, let me get rid of this Steph to try and get Vince Carter. You know, like, that was part of the game. You got to sell some of your cards to get the newer cards. But now selling cards is almost completely irrelevant, because I'm not going to sell a card I paid 70k for 30k. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the tax is at 60%. If they made that tax 30%, I know 10% is too low. They got to take their cut. I know, you know, they don't want you selling it for exactly what you paid for it. If they could do like a 30% tax, I think, you know, people are going to complain because that's what they do. But, like, they got to lower that tax a little bit. It's like 60% is way too high.
But why is 10% too low? Like, we can't work the auction hall. Like, why is it ridiculous for me to buy a Ruby Iguodala, decide I don't like his jump shot and want to sell him back for 60K. Like, why is that? I'm not making any MT. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't understand what's the big deal with it. There's like, I'm losing MT, like I'll eat that, you know, I bought him, didn't like it, okay, but like, why is it like, why should I be losing anything more than 10% for not liking a card? And granted, the way to adjust to it is like, you know, every week adjusting the prices, where like, say a week from now you still gotta pay 70K for Iguodala, but the sell price goes down. You know, he's a week old, not as many people would want him, but for if I don't want him 2 days from now, I shouldn't be getting that big of a cut.
Yeah, these prices they're not bad, but I'm not buying cards like I want to.
Especially at the clip that they're dropping cards. Like within the week, you know, Bruce Bowen looked like he was gonna be the best small forward shooting guard. Boom, Iggy. Boom, Jason Tatum. Boom, Scottie Pippen. Like like the way they're dropping these cards, it's just like, man, like how do I, like every day there's a new best small forward in the game, almost.
Yeah, I want this Ron Artest. I'm not paying $70,000 for him.
And I've just been blessed to be pulling so many of these cards out of these free packs and stacking my MT. I'm at the mindset where I was close to buying Scotty, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna spend all my MT on Scotty. And then I pulled them. But I'm just at the point where like I'm just gonna stack up till they start dropping pink diamonds and opals and shit.
That's what I need to do. I started doing collections because I was gonna work towards BAM, and I wanted to try out some of these rubies. So I did the Cavs for Garland. I did Pacers for Miles Turner. I did the Magic for Paolo. These cards are all really good, so I don't regret it. It's just I think I should just start stacking my MT because I'm only sitting at 50K right now. And
then, okay, my second beef with the player market is how they're super. This Shaq card is gonna be crazy, right? Not gonna be game breaking because at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to shoot, and he's gonna be dominant in the paint. But everybody's gonna have to just keep a guy on their roster that's a defensive guy with high strength. You know, you run into Shaq, sub him in. But I don't like how expensive this Shaq is. The only thing that like kind of justifies it for me is I don't feel like I need Shaq, right? If you want to spend the money for him, you could go ahead. But Shaq is one of 3 diamonds in the game right now, and the other 2 are free. So I don't hate the idea of Shaq, but I just hate the fact that they're like, let's just drop these new collections every other day and see if they buy them all. And you would think
I think that's cool, but at the same time, it's tough to keep up with. There's a lot of content. A lot of content.
I can't tell you how many people I play that got the Dame, got the Devin Booker, got the Jason Tatum. And I'm like, dude, you are dropping bank.
Man, I'm looking at my centers, though. Shaq's gonna give me problems. He's gonna give me problems, man.
You gotta go get the person that'll give Shaq some decent issues. Get the Brian Reeves.
Mark.
He's got really high strength.
I have a story about him.
All right, go ahead.
Let me tell you. I was playing salary cap the other day. Salary cap right now is extremely difficult because, you know, they adjusted the prices and, you know, it's tough to build a team. Well, I was starting Victor Wembanyama as my center. And this guy that I played was running Bryant Reeves. When I tell you I got drop stepped the entire game, I mean it. I made adjustments. I put double team his ass on the catch. As soon as he touches the ball, we're sending a double. And ended up winning. But before I made that adjustment, this dude gave me 15 quick points. And one. So, just put me in the rim over and over.
Imagine how it's going to be when Shaq comes out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to drop somebody with some strength because you said he's not going to be game breaking. If you're not running somebody with 90 plus strength, he's putting you in the rim every trip down the court.
And the only reason I'd say like the difference between him not being game breaking is if you don't run your offense through him, he's not going to do much for you.
Yeah, you gotta
run through him.
Early game Shaqs are very tricky because most of my team community doesn't play through the post. They want to run, they want a 3 hunt or a rim run with a guard. So a Shaq early is not going to be as dominant as the Shaqs at the end of the game that can dribble and do a little bit of everything. You got to actually use Shaq for what he is in the beginning of the game.
And then
you got to hit him in the post, pick and roll.
A ton of people are going to try and do pick and rolls with them, which is stoppable. Play the lane. But if you get a guy that's legitimately committed to running Shaq in the post, it's going to be tough.
You better hope he's ass.
Exactly.
You better hope he can't time layups. You better hope.
You better hope you double team him and he can't make a read.
Yeah. So let me tell you, as soon as Shaq's available, I'll be scrolling that player market, finding the center with a high strength. Because right now, the best strength for a center I have, I'm have to put Giannis at center and hope he doesn't get thrown.
Well, I'm telling you, Brian Reeves has a high strength. I think
I always got a high strength, but
I think Vlade Divac has a pretty high strength. Tyson Chandler probably has a high strength.
Yeah, let me look through some of these centers in here.
And then while you do that, what do you think about the token market so far?
Underwhelming.
So
I mean,
I would say it's underwhelming, but it's something. The tokens aren't flying out of packs everywhere. 2 of the 3 cards are pretty good. I just don't like that the tokens don't roll over. I don't like that.
I don't like that, and they're very hard to come by. I've gotten Franz Wagner, and I have 4 tokens. I haven't got the Ruby or the Amethyst yet. Tokens are tough to come by unless you know what you're doing and how to navigate where they are. Because, like, I know I'm going to get stuff from Unlimited. I know I'm going to get some from Salary Cap. Like, I know where to get them, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be able to get all these cards.
Yeah, and I'm at about 25 tokens, and in my opinion, I would have rather them made the Amethyst a little bit more expensive, but make them better. Like, make it in the sense where if this is going to be the card you want, this is going to take all your tokens that you're going to earn this season. But make it something where, like, you get him and you're like, yeah, he's going to start for all season 2. But, you know, that's wishful thinking. But I like the token market better than last year so far. I'd rather
I miss the old token markets from, I don't know if you remember,
a
certain amount of emeralds to get to the sapphires.
You have to get like 3 emeralds to get to the sapphires, 5 sapphires get to the rubies, 7 rubies to get
Diamond
to the
Mellow. Yeah. Diamond Mellow, man. That was the glory days.
I don't know why they abandoned that system, because I think that was the best one they've ever done. Like, tokens, they should have did tokens the same way they did them last year, how easy they were to get, and then with that system.
Yeah, Franz is nice, but I was expecting him to be good for salary cap, but the salary cap is so messed up. You can't run a 10-man lineup unless you want to run all golds.
But even, like, all golds, this is like, I think I legit put in an all gold lineup the other day that was over the salary. Like, I was like, how? These are the lowest tier cards.
Look, salary cap's my favorite mode so far. Like, I'm enjoying it. You gotta know the little glitches, man. I got a couple cards that, you know.
Well, now they're
keep that salary cap down.
The Bulls
and Knicks
cards and the Knicks. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yep, Bulls and Knicks, 300, and I'm running an 8-man lineup.
I'm kind of just thinking to myself, like, I just might have to wait. The salary cap might be the last game mode I do for Brandon Roy, and I just hope they fix it a little bit.
Well, you got like a week before what's his name, Brent Barry's out of there.
Wait, so you need Brent Barry and the next guy?
I don't know if you need them for. I don't know if they're part of the Brandon Roy grind, but Brent Barry's out of here in 5 days.
I'll take a look.
So there's there's 2 weeks to salary cap, and if you get all 3, you get an Amethyst, Victor Oladipo. I don't think those are needed for Brandon Roy. Actually, I know they're not needed for Brandon Roy because people already have Brandon Roy.
Okay, cool. So I'm not even gonna fuck with salary cap then. I have no use for it. Not gonna.
I enjoy it though. It's fun.
I can see the concept being fun, but unless they fix it to where I can at least run a halfway decent. When I say halfway decent, let me run 2 rubies with some, with some emeralds. Like right now, it's just like you can't run shit.
Well, here, let me pull up my salary cap team. They made, I got some guys on my salary cap team. All right. Let me Emily Robert Peck, who's nasty. He was free, grindable, agenda, really good point guard / point guard. Ruby Kobe, Sapphire Mike Miller, Emerald Kenyon Martin. He's from the starter, so he was a gold. Just for you guys out there who want to play salary cap. The starter cards, they evo to emeralds, but they go in as a gold salary. They're only 800. So evo cards go in as their like starter tier as far as salary is concerned.
And I got trash ass Gerald Green. God damn it.
And then center, I got Emerald Bryant Reeves. I might have to make a change because I'm a little over the cap. They must have made a change here. But Damon Stoudemire is my backup point guard. That Jordan Walsh Emerald, backup small forward. And then the only reason I have these 3 players in here is because one of the Win the Weekend challenges, you have to run 3 players from the Mirage set. I got Hakeem Warwick and Stromile Swift. They have a dynamic duo, make them Sapphires. And then gold Bobby Jackson. And the rest, I just fill it out with 300 cards that cost 300, and you're good. Like, for real.
I'm about to take a look at that. I'm about to try to find a way to get Diamond Kyrie in the lineup. See how bad I gotta sabotage my lineup.
Look, honestly, I mean this. Like, I mean this when I say it. You can probably find a way, like, to run a nasty squad, because you could run a 5-man and run all 8 bench slots with the 300s.
You probably gotta run a 5-man. That'd be the only way to get like a really nasty squad.
Yeah, I had a really nice squad, and I was running an 8-man. I just literally I ran my starters, and then on my bench, my point guard could either play point guard or shooting guard. My small forward could either play shooting guard or small forward, and my center could either play power forward or center. I just wanted a guard, a wing, and a big. That's how I did it.
There we go. All right, so we talked about Brandon Roy briefly. We talked about your favorite mode to run. Mine is Clutch Time Online. We talked about that already. Who do you think is the best reward leading to Brandon Roy so far? Have you took a look at all of them?
I haven't really taken a look at them. One card that I've been really wanting to grind out is to get this Alonzo Mourning, because I like Alonzo Mourning cards. I know offensively he's probably going to be a little limited, but when it comes to centers, I lean defense, and Alonzo Mourning, that is his calling card. So I've been looking at that Alonzo Mourning a lot.
I wanted to get Alonzo, but like I'm so bad. If you can't shoot, I can't use you.
Yeah.
I run a very isocentric offense, like 5 out. I'm gonna try and blow by you, and then you're gonna help down, and I'm gonna hit. Like that's why Jack Sigma is amazing. I'm so cash with him. His jump shot is so good. Like I'm telling you, it's just so cash. And so Alonzo Mourning, I'd be tough with him. Same reason I'm not even like worried about trying to get Shaq, because I just wouldn't be able to use him right.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was definitely, like I said, Bruce Bowen really caught my eye immediately. And I don't know if he'll start for me now, but I'm right around the corner from him anyways. And then the Triple Threat Online, who was it? You got it pulled up? Who's the Triple Threat Online reward? Wally
Threat
Zerbiak.
Online.
I think it was Wally.
I've heard a lot of good things about Wally. Triple Threat really Online is David Wesley, actually. David Wesley. Wally is Clutch Time Offline.
Yeah, Wally looks like a goon. And I always like Wally Zerbiak cards, especially with Kyle Korver dropping at like 25 speed. I don't know what his speed actually was, but he's slow as shit. So Wally's going to be like a better Kyle Korver. So I'm excited to get him. And then, so we talked briefly about the level 40 glitch. So for those who don't know, if you load up on current gen, PS4, Xbox, whatever the Xbox one is, and play rec and drop an XP token, you get like 5 levels per game you play. I loaded up with a 60 overall player and just got A+ grades and literally got Kyrie in 4 games. I was at level 21. So I think, first of all, what's your opinion on that? Like, is 2K did they just drop the ball there, or what do you think?
I don't know if they dropped the ball or if they did it on purpose, because they didn't do anything for current gen. But I feel bad for current gen. I've been on current gen every year up until this year. This was my first year where I bought a next gen console, which, thank God, finally. I know I'm late to the ball game, but yes, they needed something. They needed something. I feel bad. They got screwed. They didn't get anything. And I get we're at the point where, next gen's been out for 3 years. They're transitioning and they're really dropping current gen off pretty much. I don't even know if they're going to do a current gen game next year, but this dude, it's got to be on purpose, right? You would think?
I think so. And the only reason I don't feel bad for doing it is because other people can buy them day one. So
yeah, exactly.
This gives access to anybody to get them day one. Like, if they don't fix this going into season 2, which I'm pretty sure they will, but if they don't, that's my first day. I'm playing 8 rec games. I'm getting whoever the level 40 reward is. Like, it's that simple. Like, I'm playing, like, I'm getting my Hall of Fame pass. This can give me some XP tokens, and I'm playing 8 rec games to get my level 40, and then starting the grind for everything else.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I didn't download current gen. I'm just slowly grinding through the pass. I want to, I don't know. I'm not in a rush to get Kyrie because I haven't heard that many great things. If Kyrie was like game breaking, I would have been like, I got to hurry this shit up. But right now I'm enjoying the process.
This dribble tutorial from Kevin Cruz.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. That's I heard his jump shot's slow. I heard his movement's great. He's just got a slow jump shot, which with an undersized guard who's not really dunking, you kind of need the jump shot. And I think there's a good amount of point guards out that are really good at creating their own shot. So it's really tough to really justify running a guy with a slow jump shot, even though he's considered the best card in the game currently.
So one thing I will say about both Kyrie and Jason Williams not being able to dunk, it doesn't bother me at all. They finish so well at the rim that I don't know what's the badge called, slithery finisher, is that what it's called? Because they get to the rim around centers and they don't get blocked very often at all. And
the layup system's a lot better this year than it has been in years past. I don't know if
it matters, but I use the meter layup, and I hit so many contested layups. I maneuver around people so well that it makes me like I don't even miss not being able to dunk with those 2 cards. It doesn't matter at all to me. Because even a lot of times the center will be there, and then the meter will still show as if there's no contest. The green would be like the whole thing, almost impossible to miss.
I have to see. I haven't gotten him yet. I have to see what he's talking about.
And then word on the streets is there's another glitch out that the Zen's making its way back. Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard about it. I haven't run into it, so I can't really speak to it. But if it is, GG's, it is what it is. They got to find a way to patch that, but I haven't run into it.
So I wasn't very vocal about this, which I should have been, because I called this shit out. The moment because last year people were complaining about there's 10 different shot animations and I can't time my shot and blah, blah, blah. They did that for a reason, to stop these Zen users. Because the way the Zen works is you can program one jump shot timing, the green window, right?
Yeah.
And you can program it to be the perfect timing. And the way the green window works is when your shot gets contested, the green window gets smaller. But if you program it to be the perfect part, like the top of the green window, it doesn't matter how much contest there is. So but you can only program one timing. So if there's only one jump shot, you can do that one timing. But when switching to all these different jump shots, you can't program it. So
my thing is
go ahead.
I just feel like tough shot making this year, I wouldn't say it's easier, but I think there's a skill gap because people struggle to shoot so far this year. So when they see people making contested jump shots, they're like, oh, he's got to be zenning. But I'm starting to figure out how to shoot in this game. Like I can shoot a little bit better. I'm starting to figure it out for real. And there is a pure green window. So I'm thinking, there's some people out here that are demons at this game. It's not necessarily a zen unless it's been proven. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen it on Twitter and stuff, but unless they can prove it, these people might just be like that. I've run into people that are just like that. And you're like, oh, he got to be cheating.
No, if I had to guess, because I've ran into some people that hit some pretty nice shots on me in my team, but if I had to guess, it's more prevalent in Park, Rec, Pro-Am, because in my team, it'd be really hard to use a Zen because, like I said, you program one jumper, and if I'm not mistaken, you can switch, there's 5 slots or something where you can switch. Okay, slot 1's Kyrie, slot 2 is Joe Dumars, but
he knows a lot about this, guys. This is a little alarming.
No, because I used to use something similar it's called a strike pack when I was on PS4. And what it did was you could remap your buttons, and it added paddles to the back. So I could pick like one slot. I feel like my back paddle would be like to crouch, or my back paddle. It's like remapping it to those back paddles do something. So if I wanted to, on the PS4, I could make those back paddles my shooting button if that felt smoother for me, right?
Right.
A Zen is similar to that, except you could program like literally that button to be like hold square for this many milliseconds. So it's the exact amount of time.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, but on my team, it'd be hard. Like, I'm not going to switch. It's like, oh, I'm about to shoot with Kyrie. Let me switch, you know? Whereas in Park and Rec and all that, you could just get
it's just one shot
and you just time it. And then you time it and you're good. So I haven't played enough Park to know if it's going on or not. But if I had to guess, that's probably where more of these people are coming from saying that this is happening.
Man, you know, this is probably terrible thinking, but if I had a Zen, I'm going straight to the ante-up chords.
Yep, facts.
Like, that's probably, if it's happening, that's probably where it's happening, because, man, what do you get from Zenning on the Park? Like, who cares?
And
ante-up chords, you got rewards like that.
He really came out and made his little BS statement. Like, but here's the tricky thing about these things. It's impossible to trace who's using them.
Yeah.
Like you said, someone could submit a video and like, oh, look at this guy greening like 5 shots in a row in my face. You cannot prove that he's not just that good. There's no proof. You can't trace that there's something hooked up to his controller. You can't. There's nothing. You can't prove it. So at the end of the day, there's nothing. There's really nothing you can do, man. All right, so let's just wrap it up with. I got one more question for you before we wrap it up. This one's going to be just a little fun one. What was your favorite 2K My Team of all time and why?
You know, I'm about to say something very controversial. Very controversial.
Don't say 2K18. I will slap you through the screen.
You might still want to slap me.
Okay.
All right? Because it pains me to say this. I have a specific reason for saying it before anybody gets on my ass in the comments about it either. All right? I'm going with last year, not for the gameplay, not for any of that stuff that happened. The reason that last year was my favorite is the last year is when I started streaming, and that's when I started making connections with other streamers, and that has changed everything for me. When I was playing the game, I've always loved my team. I've been playing my team since like 2K13, 2K14. I've always loved my team. Last year was not the best my team by any means, but it's my personal favorite because of the connections that I made, the friendships that I've made. Like, I started streaming, it had a special place to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and I'm not mad at that pick at all, because to be honest, pre-Yao Ming, my team last year was probably my second favorite my team of all time.
It was fun before then.
It wasn't terrible. Like, I love the trophy case. Most people hated it. I love the trophy case. I love a good grind. Now the trophy case did speed up like player progression a ton because you got diamonds day one, but I love the trophy case. I loved the Christmas event with the Bam Adebayo. I loved the Halloween event where you get the little trick or treat tokens. That was a great event. I forget who was the Thanksgiving one. There was a nice Thanksgiving promo too. I forget exactly what it was. And the players were fairly balanced until Yao Ming.
Yeah, Yao Ming ruined everything.
Yeah, so I'd say pre-Yao Ming, that was one of my favorite 2Ks ever too. But number one for me was 2K16. And the reason for that was I remember running a squad of players that you would never imagine people running right now. Like, my point guard, eventually I got Diamond Derrick Rose from like the collector's reward. But before I got that, it was gold Terry Porter. He had a jumper that was fucking amazing, played good defense. My shooting guard was Emerald DeMar DeRozan. His jump shot was nice from the corner. I put a gold posterizer on him. He was insane. My three was, let me preface this, the highest tier cards were diamonds. My 3 was gold Scottie Pippen, was a goon. My silver was silver Kurt Rambis, my power forward, I mean. Silver Kurt Rambis couldn't do nothing else besides have 99 offensive rebounds, 99 defensive rebounds. He was a goon. And then my center was gold Bill Russell. Same thing, 99 offense, 99 defense, rebounds. And then I had my sixth man was silver Froby off of the bench. And
Damn.
like you said, like it holds a special place in my heart because me and my best friend used to sit down, play the game. I'll play the first quarter, you play the second quarter, and whoop ass. Like we used to like go in, and this was I believe this was 12-0 days. Not even the regular 12-0. It was like you go 12-0 on the bottom tier. There's a second tier, a third tier, a fourth.
Yeah,
like,
I think it was called Road to the Playoffs or Road to the Championship or something like that.
And we used to whoop ass. Like it used to be something fierce. And that's what I was telling you about. I wish they would do the game mode. They call it Pass the Sticks, where you and your buddy could play like online and do it like you did back in the day. Because I don't know if you did this with like, I don't know if you have any brothers or grew up with best friends. We would do this with baseball games, football games, basketball games. It didn't matter what game it was. You get the first quarter, or like we're doing baseball. You pitch this inning, I'll hit one, you hit two, I hit like co-op. But we would do that with football. You play offense, I play defense. Next possession, we switch. I'll play offense, you play defense. Basketball, you play this quarter, I'll play that quarter. And that's just some of the best memories I have. And I think, you know, a lot of people wouldn't participate in it. It would probably be a dead game mode, but that's why. Yeah,
because nobody's going to want to sit there for a quarter.
Yeah. But I would enjoy it just for nostalgia reasons.
Yeah, that was fun. I would always do. Me and my friends would do that, and I would play the first and the fourth quarter because I was always better than my friends at 2K. So I was like, I'll start us off, get us a good lead. You come in, fumble it, and I'll come close the door.
There we go.
That's how we do it because we didn't want to, you know, me do first and third. You know, I go first quarter, get us a lead, fourth quarter, bring us back.
So 2K, I don't need any royalties from it. If you put it in the game next year, that'll make me happy enough.
There's no way.
Closing statements, Josh?
You know, there's a lot of combativeness going on Twitter right now over between people having fun, people who are not having fun, people who hate the mode, people who love the mode. You're all entitled to your own opinion. You know, if you don't like the game, that's great. Don't shit on somebody for liking the game. Or you do like the game, don't tell people they're wrong because they don't like the game. You know, everybody has their reasons for liking or not liking the game. You're not always going to agree. Matter of fact, no one's ever going to always agree on something. One thing, you know, just have fun. Try to have fun. Do what you can to have fun. It's video games at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, and I agree. You're allowed to vocalize your opinion for sure. Just don't aggressively vocalize your opinion. Let people do their thing. Let people enjoy the game. Let people not enjoy the game. And if you want to keep making yourself miserable playing the game that you don't like, I mean, go ahead. Like, I mean, I'm not here to tell you not to, but let's just not put each other down. Let's just, you know, be cordial and everybody be cool. Everybody love everybody. So
exactly.
So that being said, that's going to wrap up this episode. Leave some comments on anything you want to hear us talk about. Hit us up on Twitter. If you're watching this, you probably got one of us on Twitter. I'm sure you do. And as always, y'all be safe. Peace.